Hey you guys, it's Peter, and I'm back. Of course I'm back. I'm not going anywhere. Boost! I'm YouTube famous now. Available in 2020, the album Dad AF. It's the end of the world and we know it. I feel as we know it. It's the end of the world as we know it, and I feel fine. Okay, it kind of does feel like the end of the world, and why is that? Because Olivia Jade is back. I have not made a video about Olivia Jade. I think it's been like 3 or 4 months, and if you don't know who Olivia Jade is the daughter of Lori Loughlin, who was Aunt Becky. I was going to call her Miss Becky. She was Aunt Becky on Full House, and her dad is the designer, owner of those Mosimo t-shirts that they have up in the Target. I actually think this might be a Mosimo t-shirt. I don't know. Because all my t-shirts are from Target. And I made several videos back in the day kind of documenting what was going on at the time that all of this came out. And if you don't know, what you don't know is a lot. What happened was that Lori and her husband were found to pay $500,000 each, okay, to this person who was doing these very calculated, it wasn't necessarily kind of like a bribe, it was that this guy was like setting up these deals, okay, with certain schools, USC being one of them, which is where Lori and her husband's daughters went, Bella and, Bella Thorne. No, not that Bella. Not Bella Thorne, okay? Somebody the other day on one of my videos, they commented and they said that they just read Bella Thorne's video, or they just read Bella Thorne's book. And I was like, Bella Thorne has a book? And they said it wasn't very good. But listen, I don't know, I haven't read it, okay? I'm sure it's just thrilling right till the very end. But anyway, so apparently they paid $500,000 each, okay, for each girl to get into USC because they had absolutely no faith that their daughters could get into any school on their own, apparently is why they did this. And Felicity Huffman was also, she was part of this whole thing because she had paid a certain amount of money for her child to also have like a coach on the SATs where basically got the answers on the SATs and stuff like that, right? So anyway, this became a huge deal. Lori and her husband are looking at facing 40 years each for all of these allegations and whatever. And the one thing that's been very, very interesting through this whole thing is that like Lori, when she would go to court, she would like wave and all this kind of stuff. And Olivia Jade was very, very upset with her parents because they apparently ruined her life, supposedly, allegedly, and all this kind of stuff. Well, it's kind of been silent. Now, the other parents were offered a plea deal, okay? And they all took it, including Felicity Huffman. But Lori, she said, no, not me. And as I was getting ready to make this video, I was kind of reading some of the articles and all this kind of stuff, and I thought to myself, you know, this is really interesting to me, this whole world, right? Like, we're talking about Lori Loughlin, okay? I mean, she was Aunt Becky on Full House, okay? This isn't like Melissa Gilbert that played Half Pint on Little House on the Prairie, okay? It's not. It's not Farrah Fawcett on Charlie's Angels if you're back as old as I am, okay? It's not all that. It's Full House, okay? Who cares all day long? The only thing I liked about the Full House was that crazy friend of Cameron so-and-so's that would come, she's real goofy, you know what I'm talking about? That's the only thing I liked about, well, of course, don't forget, Mary-Kate and Ashley Olsen, Prune, I love those girls. Anyway, but you know, like, it's not like she's Julia Roberts, okay? It's just not. I mean, she's not like some huge A-list celebrity. Full House, okay? It doesn't even have that great big of a cult following. It just doesn't. It's Full House, okay? John Stamos has made a little bit of a return, as have some of the other people on the show. But it's like, let's just be for real, okay? She was Aunt Becky on Full House. And then she apparently has done some Hallmark movies or Lifetime movies or something. It's not like she's the most famous person in the entire world, right? And the residuals that she must make off of Full House must just be unbelievable. And then her husband, of course, was, you know, selling t-shirts to Target. So, and they were nice t-shirts, they were, but now they have Goodfellas. They replaced, Target replaced Mosimo with Goodfellas. I don't know why. And so those t-shirts aren't over there anymore, and I do like the Goodfellas t-shirts better. So I'm happy, okay? But the entitlement that you saw from this one family was absolutely unbelievable, okay? Like Bella, the other sister, was like upset because she wanted to continue with school. Continue with the education that she never earned to get in the first place. And the other thing that was a huge deal, right, that was really never addressed by any of these people was that these spots for universities that they were buying, okay, other people didn't get into those schools that had worked hard to get into that. There were other students that busted their butt all through high school, you know, didn't go to parties and stayed at home and studied for an exam that they had on Monday and played 3 sports and participated, because we're talking about huge schools here, okay? We're talking about, you know, University of Southern California. We're talking about the schools were on the East Coast, things like that. I think Stanford was one of the schools that was implicated in all of this. So you're talking about huge deal schools, right? That students work their butt off to get into, and then apply for scholarship money and save money, and their parents save money, and these parents saved money apparently, okay? They just didn't go on a few trips, and then they paid $500,000. And the whole thing to me is just, I mean, well, first of all, it's very telling of our society today. So anyway, on Sunday, Olivia Jade, who hasn't really posted anything on any social media in months, she did post a picture last week on her Instagram of she and her mother for her mother's birthday. But on Sunday, she posted this picture here, and I have it a little highly edited for you guys. If you want to know what's behind the emojis, just imagine, okay? It's the 1, 2, 3rd finger on your hand, okay? And that's what she's doing. And underneath there, hold on, let me pull it up. Let me pull my receipts. Whitney. Underneath the picture, she has, I've looked at this so many times, I don't know why I don't have it pulled up. Underneath the picture, she says, at Daily Mail, at Star Magazine, at People, at Perez Hilton, at every other media outlet, hashtag close, hashtag source, hashtag says, okay? And then the picture has 371,319 likes as of right now when I am looking at it, and 157 comments. Well, I was like, 157 comments on a picture that has 300,000 likes? Like, that's interesting. She's deleting comments. So I go in there to go leave a comment because I want to see my comment get deleted, right? So then I can sit on video and be like, oh, well, her team is deleting comments. Now, the amount of comments that she would have to get to delete would be crazy, right? And she ain't going to deal with all that. She's got better things to do, like plan her return to YouTube and, you know, I don't know, plan her big next, what do you call it, brand endorsement and all that kind of stuff. So I go underneath here to the comments. Tana Mojo, she's number 1, okay? Oh my God, I am speechless, Tana says. And then if you go underneath here, it's all, well, her sister's the 3rd one. And she says, not over you and this, queen. And then it's all of these, like, influencers on here. Tons and tons of influencers. All blue. It's all blue check marks, blue check marks, blue check marks. All these people that are, you know, verified on Twitter or Instagram. And they, like, a lot of YouTubers, a lot of Instagram influencers. And it goes on and on and on. And at the very bottom, it says, comments on this post have been limited. Well, the first thing that is bothersome to me is the fact that all of these people are okay with her behavior, number 1. And, you know, there was a lot of speculation that Olivia Jade never knew. Hold on a second. I mean, when you have to tell the truth. There's a lot of... Somebody asked me the other day, they said on a comment, they said, do you ever, like, forget that you threw it back there and you slip and fall on it? No, but I did see it the other day, and it was, like, underneath the table, and I was like, oh, I forgot that that was there. You know, there was a lot of speculation that Olivia Jade and her sister had absolutely no idea that this was going on, which is total crap, okay? It's absolutely total crap, because they had to pose for these pictures to be on the rowing crew and things like that, and so, like, I mean, they weren't on the rowing crew. They had never rowed before. So to take these pictures, they had to have known the whole thing was fake, right? There was all of these very speculative emails that went back and forth between Lori Loughlin. I mean, when you go and you look at this case, I mean, first of all, I do have a book club, which is an all true crime book club, okay? So I'm a little obsessed with the conspiracies. But when you go in here and you see these emails and stuff with Lori, like, Lori's a pretty manipulative, calculating person, okay? I think they might need her on The Real Housewives of Prison. I'm just saying, okay? Because she just is so calculated in this whole thing. She just is. It's like... It is unreal. Like, she knows she's paid the money, and then she gets this email, and the email says something about, like, you'll be happy to know we haven't released the acceptance letters yet, but Olivia got in, and she says something like, oh, thank God, we're so pleased. I'm like, you paid $500,000, you better be pleased. If she didn't get in, you'd be pissed, wouldn't you? Be like, where the hell is my money? Anyway, so I went in here and I wanted to read what the news articles had to say. The other thing that's so funny about this is that this is basically a real FU to the media sources. Well, what's kind of funny about that, Miss Olivia Jade, is that nobody's really talked about her in months, okay? Like, the case is kind of like, I guess, getting ready to get started, and nobody's really talked about her. So I have kind of, in all honesty, forgotten about Olivia Jade. She was off my radar. I could care less. I hadn't really thought about her, right? Until I started seeing all this stuff about this picture pop up. And I'm like, Is this like, look at me, I need some attention, because I'm not getting attention from my mom and dad anymore, and I don't have any brand endorsements, so I need some attention, I don't know, it's weird that it came out of nowhere, right? So, apparently she's coming back, but there's this article on InStyle, so I wanted to read it to you. Olivia Jade Gianelli has a message for everyone writing about her. It goes against the directive in her Instagram bio, be kind. Here, let me put that up right there. Right underneath her name, Olivia Jade, underneath there it says be kind. I actually think that Instagram should pull her blue verified mark. I think that might be like something that she'd be like, I am not verified on Instagram. Pull it. Instagram, pull her verified check mark, okay? Let these people have to deal with life like everybody else. Pull it. She ain't nobody. Come on now. Just anyway, so though you may be focused on more pressing celebrity matters and consequently the world as we know it, the college admissions scandal still looms in the depths of our collective consciousness. 5 months, I guess it was 5 months ago, 5 months after we learned that Lori Loughlin and husband Massimo Gianelli had allegedly forged documentation and paid $500,000 in bribes to have daughters Isabella Rose, 20, and Olivia Jade, 19, accepted in the University of Southern California, the Gianelli girls have slowly reemerged from their respective social media hiatuses. Olivia Jade, a beauty blogger and influencer, was dropped from many of her sponsorships following the scandal, including a collaboration with Sephora. They say all publicity is good, and though Gianelli has gained a fair number of followers through her newfound infamy, she's also been subject to nonstop media criticism. Not really. Not lately. It really hasn't, and that's a bunch of crap right there. Including speculation that she and her mom are not on good terms. I mean, that was like 5 months ago they were saying that. And that stress from the scandal contributed to the end of her relationship. Well, 6 days ago, everybody's posting that she's back together with this boyfriend that she got out of this relationship with. So anyway, on Sunday, Gianelli reclaimed her narrative, posting a literal F you to everyone in the media who's been reporting on her and her family. Poking fun at the language of anonymous sources, the blogger aces to that. At Daily Mail, at Star Magazine, at People, at Perez Hilton, at every other media outlet. Hashtag close, hashtag source, hashtag says, accompanied by a photo of her flipping off the camera in a Snoop Dogg tee. Not to be a bitter writer for every other media outlet, but the message does seem to go against the motto in her Instagram bio, be kind. I agree, I love that kind of. And then it's like, oh, it goes on here, where is this? What article is this? It says, Lori Loughlin's daughters, Olivia Jade and Bella, break their Instagram silence. We must read this. It's been months since the sisters were active on social media. After taking a vow of social media silence following the college admissions scandal, Lori Loughlin's two daughters, Olivia Jade and Isabella Gianelli, are quietly marking the return back in the spotlight. On Sunday night, Bella posted for the first time on Instagram in 6 months in honor of her mom's birthday. Happy birthday, Mama. I love you. She wrote alongside a red heart emoji, to which her sister Olivia replied, my people. In the moody snap, Bella and Lori could pass as twins while posing in what appears to be a photo booth. How family-oriented. It's a family affair. Olivia shared her own tribute as well, her first post since late February. So that was what I was talking about earlier, is when she posted the birthday picture with her mom. Okay, let me just tell you something. I have such a huge issue with this whole situation. And, you know, what's really sad about this is none of these people have any, I mean, like, okay, I'll grant it, people liked Aunt Becky on Full House, okay? And yes, her dad was a designer of the world's finest t-shirts in the world, okay, that were up in the Target. But other than that, it's like Olivia Jade, can somebody explain to me what kind of talent she has? I mean, and listen, my opinion, okay? If you didn't watch my rant video from yesterday, I had some things to say, okay? I don't have $50 million. All I have is my opinion. Let me have my opinion. This is my opinion, okay? Can somebody explain to me the talent that these people have? Okay, I mean, I just want to know, right? Other than looking pretty on a picture. I mean, that's just what I really want to know. That's called a model. And today, in today's time, I guess Instagram is like, I don't know, the Naomi Campbells and the Christy Turlingtons and the Linda Evangelistas of back in the day, right? So I guess that's their talent, is being pretty in a picture, photoshopping the hell out of it, and selling a bunch of products. But it all just, to me, seems kind of very much like a very sad reality, you know? And then I think what's really sad about it is that all these young people, they look up to that, and that's what they want to be. They want to be an influencer, right? Oh, Lord, listen, okay? I don't have any kind of influence on anybody, but I do reviews of some Frappuccinos over on my review channel, and I sell more of those Frappuccinos, and listen, and those Pippi the Chiffon dolls back in the day that I used to have up in there, Listen, you couldn't get enough of those things, okay? You don't have to be no glamorous 20-year-old, okay? Sitting on the beach on, you know, Bora Bora somewhere, looking amazing, okay? In the most incredible bathing suit in the entire world to sell something, okay? I sold those Poopy de Chiffon dolls. People couldn't even go up in the Dollar General anymore and get them because they were sold out so quick. Influencer. I'm couture. I'm an influencer. But the whole thing is just very, very sad to me, you know? And I have to say, as we sit up here in my kitchen having this conversation, you know, I was looking up some old celebrities that I used to like follow back in the day, and I was thinking about, you know, I don't know, just like I was thinking about the movie. I mean, there's a lot of them that are still being very, very successful today. I just watched this video the other day. What's her face? I said the show to my good Judy Tanya, and she said, no, it's not The View, it's The Story or The Talk or one of those shows. But Darlene, what's her name? Gilbert, Sarah Gilbert. Okay, I love her so much. And she and, you know, her partner Linda Perry, they have a bunch of kids. Well, anyway, she's leaving The View or The Story or the show or I don't know, whatever it is, okay? The Talk, I think it's The Talk. She's like the executive producer on there. And her daughter came out, and her daughter sang this song called Mama with Linda Perry, who's a musician. I was so blown away. You know, I was absolutely just so blown away by the, I don't know, the authenticity, the genuineness, and just like the individuality of this kid, right? And that she was just like out there. And I thought this, now we're talking real talent right here. Like, this is some cool stuff, right? You know, and you look back on celebrities back in the day, and you think back about, you know, like Sarah Gilbert and, you know, all these people that, you know, were in shows and stuff like that. And they have some real talent, some real humor, you know, and they're gone on and done some really, really great things. And we don't really see a lot of that anymore. Now today, everybody wants to be an influencer. You know, now everybody, the way is to become an influencer, and you see that even by the fact that a lot of major celebrities are becoming YouTubers. The other day, I was like, got recommended this video, and I was like, that's the girl from the 70s show, that Laura Prepon. Is that her name? Prepon? Grey Poupon. Anyway, she has a YouTube channel. Did y'all know that? Okay, I thought it was going to be like Insider Secrets to Orange is the New Black. No, ma'am, okay? Let me tell you what it is. Meal prepping. I thought, are you kidding me? This is so boring, okay? I came to Laura Prepon, Grey Poupon's channel because I love her, okay? And she's talking about meal prepping. This is so boring. What is going on here, okay? But I guess YouTube's the place where they want to be, you know? And so I don't know. The whole thing is very, very sad to me. Everybody in the entire world. You know, whenever I talk to friends of mine that are teachers, they're like, do you know what all of my students want to be? And I'm like, what? And they're like, YouTubers and influencers. And I'm like, well, okay. Like, you know, I mean, it's like there's only room enough for so many Tana Mojos. It's not like everybody's going to, I mean, Tana Mojo is a phenomenon. It's just like she got lucky on YouTube. Or did she? And then it makes you wonder, you know? So Olivia Jade blew to stardom as a beauty blogger. Was she at BeautyCon this weekend? Damn it! Rich Lux's Gerard Cosmetics collaboration setting sprays are sitting right in there. Hold on just a second. I don't edit, y'all know that. But anyway, my good Judy Rich Lux, he came out with this fantastic collaboration with Gerard Cosmetics. It's 3 setting sprays. Busted the house, Ice Cream Shack. I think it's so cute, okay? And I showed it on my Instagram story, and I opened all of them. They smell, here they are, I'll show you, okay? They comes with 3 different setting sprays. 2 big ones and like a little travel one, and it comes in chocolate, mint chocolate chip, dreamsicle, and then the small one is mint chocolate chip. Okay, so I'm gonna put the collaboration below. Go check it out on Gerard Cosmetics website, and then when you're done with all this, you can take it out. Oh, look at that! Hey, girl, let's get a Halloween costume. But anyway, when you're done with this, you can put your brushes and everything in there. Isn't that cool? I love it. So anyway. Congratulations, Rich. Congratulations, Gerard and Gerard Cosmetics. I will link their information below. You guys can go check it out. Not sponsored. I just, you know, believe in supporting my friends. Okay, so I wanted to make sure. I was going to put that at the beginning of the video, and I totally forgot. It was sitting in there. I don't know. The thing that makes me really sad is I am not, like, now that we find out, this is what I was going to say, that Olivia Jade has, you know, paid her way, or her parents have paid her way to get into the University of Southern California. Do we know that, you know, she didn't, they didn't do something to help her boost her YouTube channel? I mean, I'm just saying. Were their viewers bought? Were their subscribers bought? I mean, do we know? Like, I don't know. It makes you wonder. And then it makes you wonder about a lot of these influencers. Because I have to tell you right now, I watch a lot of people that are super, super talented on YouTube, okay? That have 20,000 and 40,000 subscribers, and I could sit there and watch them all day long, and I'm just like, damn, okay? The personality of this person, you know, like I think about Chelsea Lynn, right? Chelsea Lynn is one of the funniest people I have ever seen, not just on YouTube, but in my entire life, okay? If you have not watched a Chelsea Lynn mukbang, or where she's doing her character Tammy and all that kind of stuff, she is one of the funniest people I have ever seen in my entire life. I mean, true story, she deserves her own TV show. Deserves her own TV show, her own movie. She is one of the funniest female comedians of our time. Maybe one of our funniest comedians of our time. And so, watched and underviewed. Why? Because she isn't that typical look of every 20-year-old, 21-year-old wants to be, 18-year-old, 17-year-old, 16-year-old, because I believe that a lot of these influencers, the majority of their audience, it's like, recently Tana Mojo said something in one of her shows. Her and Jordan were talking about how her audience is older than people think. No, ma'am. Show your audience, okay? I'll put you to it. Show your analytics and let's see what the highest number of your audience is, because there's no way that Tana Mojo's audience is 25 to 30. I just am not buying it, right? So if the majority of these people's audience is, let's say, 12 to 18, okay, and all of those kids want to grow up to be influencers, and of course these people are their role models, and they make it look so easy, right? We're just having fun, we're just hanging out, we're blah, 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 whatever, you know? I don't know. It's not hard to look rich when you're already rich. And I know Tana Mojo didn't really have that story, but Olivia Jade did. You know what I mean? It's like, I don't know. I remember years ago I read this book, and it was called The 4-Hour Workweek. And it was about, the book was fine. It was like, there were some great suggestions in there, you know? But this is where it gets real deep, okay? Like on a Peterisms level. Not really. But I read this book called The 4-Hour Workweek. Some of you probably read out there. And it was about this guy who was talking about doing what you love, starting an internet business and all this kind of stuff, and then going to a 4-hour work week, right? Well, he ended up buying some like energy drink thing that he would sell online, or he did something online, right? And then he went around the world and entered salsa contests and stuff like that. He just happened to own like a Fortune 500 Silicon Valley company that he sold for $10 million before he bought this. It wasn't like he just happened to come into this online business, right? Like, they don't tell you the whole truth. So when you see the picture of the girl sitting there and it has 200,000 likes, don't let it get you down. We all do, okay? We all look at that and I think, damn, if I looked like that, my life would be so much easier. Prune, hashtag silver fox. But listen, life just isn't that easy. And I think this goes to prove it, okay? People are speculating this is not going to catch up with them. I have to tell you, my prediction goes the other way. I do think these people are going to suffer something. I really, really do. And I think it's going to fall so far down as to Olivia Jade and her sister. I don't think they're completely protected from this. And I think that one of the things that's going to be interesting is, you know, do they have to testify against their parents? That's going to be one thing that's going to be interesting. You know, what will end up happening? All over some money. It's like about that movie Fargo. I talked about this in one of the videos that I did. It's very sad, and at the end of the movie Fargo, she's sitting there, and you know, the whole movie is about this guy that gets his insurance thing on his wife, and then he kills his wife to get the insurance money. And Frances McDormand at the end of it, she just shakes her head and she goes, all of this for money. You know, it's really, really sad. You know, because Olivia Jade said she didn't want to go to college anyway. She didn't want to be there, right? So the whole idea was a look of what it looks like to be a college student, because that's more relatable. You'll get more brand deals, more brand sponsorships. You might get your own TV show, eventually a movie, and then what we're really doing is turning you into a fake star. They're not real stars. They're fake stars, right? So I don't know. I'm a believer that real stars are born, you know, and it is what it is, and people continue to follow who they want to follow, and I think that everybody should, but the whole thing makes me very, very sad, and not even so much really for Lori and her husband. I don't have a lot of sympathy for them. I just don't, okay? And I don't have a lot of sympathy for Olivia Jade and her sister. I know people really feel bad for them, right? But I don't know a lot of 17-year-olds, honestly, in that position that wouldn't take that deal, but at the same time, I mean, to come out and just be so blazing as to, like, post a picture just like F you into the world. I don't know. I just don't really get it. Who I really feel sorry for are the kids out there that are like gunning really, really hard because they want to be influencers, because they want to be YouTubers, because they want to be Instagram models. It happens to very, very few people. And then what happens when you realize one day that that's not going to be your dream, you know? I don't know. It also makes me wonder, you know, like this is where we're at now. Where are we going to be in 10 years from now when the entire industry is so saturated? It already feels like that, doesn't it? Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. I love you, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.